Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today, it's Monday. We are at work at the moment. I'm early again. Traffic was pretty good to me this morning, so I cruised in. Miles to the gallon is through the roof because I reset it. I reset it after we filled up on yesterday. It is Monday today. Oh, Christ. When you wake up on a Monday after having a busy weekend and you're just like, oh, but like it feels like it's a Thursday. It feels like I'm about as tired as I would be if it was Thursday in a week. You know what I mean? So I'm like wazooed. I don't want to do much today, but I've got quite a bit to do. But I've also got an eyelash in my eye. But that is life, and it's going to be the rest of the week because tonight we're really busy. Laura comes home, we have dinner, we go shopping, we go to Beth and Ben's, we go back home. Tuesday we're busy, Wednesday we're busy. It's mental. It's going to be really, really busy week, and it's just going to be something that we have to deal with at the best of times. So that's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Today at work I now know how I can possibly update these things in the database, which is cool. I've just got to do it, and we'll see how shit goes. But I have a query now that links the two things together. I've just got to write a query that uses the thing that links the two things together to update the things that link the two things together, and do that at bulk, fast. That's the plan. So let's go and do it. It's a very miserable grey day today.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, been battery problems there. The battery died, went into there, got my spare battery, put the dead battery back in my camera, put my spare battery on charge, came back in here, tried to vlog. Obviously that's not going to work. God damn. Laura's in bed, so I'm like trying not to make too much noise and the door's bloody squeak, so I'm like gently. A bit of a time jump, ladies and gentlemen. It's late. It's about 1:15. It's precise moment in time. And I don't know why I do that, I've got a watch on. And we have been busy bees today. Today at work, I'm going to have to catch up. Today at work I was butting heads with HQL queries because I managed to write a query that got all the information I needed in like Oracle SQL developer. Like if I hit it at the database it would work. If I basically created the query in code like identically, wouldn't work. There was like different things with the date format, it took me ages to figure out because it was just being picky, and I'd like tried so many different things and it just wouldn't work, and then like each thing would like bury a different exception underneath it. It was really frustrating. I think I told it to fuck off a couple of times. I was like, just fuck off then, and walked off and went to the loo. But that was alright. Lunchtime I spent doing a bit of my own programming, and then carried on with the stuff. I'm now managing to get all the information out that I need, I just need to update it. So that's the plan of attack tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise though, I came back home and I sorted out daily vlogs and things. I've been like falling behind on comments and all that kind of stuff. So I caught up on that, and sorted video descriptions, uploaded things. Laura came back, we had dinner, and then we had to head out to go shopping. We went shopping, bought the smallest shop ever, and it was like £15 I think. And it was just a basket because we're going on holiday, so that's alright. We went straight from shopping to Beth and Ben's. Beth and Ben went away on holiday and we were looking after their plants recently. So we took their plant back around and had a good chin wag and had like a catch up about the holiday and all that kind of stuff. It sounded very nice. We went cruising. Let's try a cruise one day. Never tried it before. God, I've got to. It sounds really, really good. And I like that they like go from like city to city to city, so they can do like lots of different things. I don't know though, because I don't like cities and I don't like hot weather, do I? I don't like hot cities and like doing things in hot weather. I like just chilling out. So maybe it's like an off-season thing I'd prefer to do it in, so that like the bit on land, but then out at sea it's going to be cold. But yeah, so we left there at about 20 to 10, came here, sorted out sandwiches and stuff, watched the news. Laura went to bed and I've been working. I have finished my first arm of the project, well, apart from the head, first arm of the project, which is great. It's really, really good. I've like benchmarked it. It's a lot faster than the other one. It's almost twice as fast as the old one when the old one was actually working. Like currently it's about 10 times faster because it's actually multi-threaded. But when the old one was multi-threaded, it would do it in about a minute, and I'm doing it in like 37 seconds. Doing this like initial setup stage. Also, the project now fully supports all versions of .NET Core and .NET Standard so far. It doesn't really do much at the moment, but it fully supports both. So that's really cool. I finished all that bit off, and that's grand. So I ticked all that off, and I'm now at the point where I'm waiting to move on to the next part of the project. If I was to carry on chronologically, that would mean... well, I'm like going through all the different files from the old system and trying to drag them over and like translate them as I go. Next on the list is preparing the project to run against. If you remember when I was doing it when I first did it, I had a huge amount of problems having infinite loops and infinitely long running processes that I couldn't kill, which essentially fucked me. So, like the next step once I've done this is to do that. Whether or not that's a good idea is another question. It probably makes more sense to do another leg before I start putting them all together. But that's next. So I'm going to take this opportunity before holiday and stuff like that. I'm not going to start the next bit until after my holiday now. So I'm really busy tomorrow. Like tomorrow lunchtime, I'm not going to have time, and I might have time in the evening. But I might just spend time on my other project, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Atlas is currently doing some stuff, installing some of the cooler new things. So it's not just the basic stuff or the Visual Studio, it's got everything. Yeah, I'm thinking of shifting focus to the other project for a little bit, giving it a bit of a rest. Let me figure out what I need to do. I'm going to try and do a bit of looking up on things like Docker, because I think Docker might be a good way around what my problem might be. I've realised that you used to be able to, in XUnit, you used to be able to do what I did in my old project, which was essentially give each of the tests a limit so that they wouldn't run. But in version 2 of XUnit, which is the version that I'm using, all of the tests run asynchronously, and they remove the ability to time how long each test goes and kill it if it takes too long. Which fucks me over a little bit, because now I don't really know how to deal with an infinitely long running loop. I'm considering, by throwing it into a Docker container, it gives me the flexibility of, I think at the very least, I haven't dived through Microsoft's APIs for the container. I think it gives me the opportunity to basically say this should take X amount of time. So I can do a first initial run, figure out how long it takes, quadruple it maybe, just in case it runs slower or whatever under load, and then do it. It's still not ideal. What I think I might do, wait no, because in XUnit I can write my own test runner. That's not a problem. It would have been a problem in, well no, because as soon as I go back to MS Build I can just go back to the initial setup of make them all, right, okay. So that might be how I do it then, if I run it myself, asynchronously. Okay. So that's the plan. I'm going to build my own custom test runner. Or what I was thinking, I might still do it, I might try and use a container, because I think I haven't dived massively into containers. I've been keeping an eye on them on Docker for a while, for about since I started, about halfway through doing this project a long time ago. I kept an eye on them because I think it's possible to limit the you can basically contain it, because you're essentially running in a virtual machine. I can contain the code that I'm running so that if something nasty starts happening, it won't happen. So I'm thinking of using it in some way, I just don't know how. My own test runner is the solution to this XUnit problem. So we'll see, and I'll see if I can like overlap on theirs, if I can do, on their test runner. What was I chatting about? Yeah, so I bumped into the problem where I might have to deal with infinite loops again, and I've just literally, now I've started saying it out loud, that's the solution. Although I will investigate how so I don't want to write a lot of my own test runner. I want to use as much as theirs as possible and then just can wrap it in timing loops. Call them asynchronously and then just have a timeout on the asynchronous wait, which is probably the best way. It gets complicated though, because the more you try and do in parallel, obviously the slower every single individual thing gets and becomes a tight balancing act. Just got to make sure it's not too tight that it's brittle. Otherwise, but not too long that it kills a load of processing time. Words. That's that though. So yeah, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna investigate ways of moving forward at this point. Now I've decided on X unit, it might be a case if I just do a builder. But what I'm thinking is, if I can use a container to do these kind of things from now on, like these build stuff, I don't think I need it for build. I think I was thinking, I'm gonna investigate how I'm gonna move forward. I'm rambling. After holiday, I will look forward to look at what else I can do. So from now on, I'm going to be working on my other project, which is Xamarin mobile app, which is I'm installing emulators at the moment because Visual Studio apparently doesn't come with all of them. But yeah, I'm super happy with the thing. I've like merged it up into the master branch and all that kind of stuff. It's great. I'm probably just going to start building the source project. Not source project. The build project, compilation project. And that ARM, because it's relatively simple. I don't need containers at that level. So, looking good. But I'm going to head off to bed. I'm going to go and make sure that this Visual Studio is set up and it's working, and then I'm going to go to bed, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we're busy. We're heading on out at lunch because I've got to get money out of the bank. I'm going to make some phone calls as well. And then, yeah, in the evening, I'm dropping Laura off somewhere for an appointment before dinner, coming back, having dinner, packing night tomorrow. Yeah, it's busy. But I'm super happy with like how well the project's gone so far. I think I may need to speed up a bit to hit my targets. I just realised my watch says Lun on it. 13th, Lun. Is Lun French for Tuesday? Merdy, Ferdy, Lun. I think it's on the wrong. I think it's on the wrong language for the day. That's strange, isn't it? I wonder why that happened. I wonder how long it's been like that. But yeah, so I'm super happy how well it's going. It's just going to be, I'm in like a weird lull now where I still want to spend time on it, but I'm too busy too, so I'm kind of not going to bother. And I'm just going to do research stuff instead. So, cool. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. I've said that 3 times. I'll catch you later.